In this video I am going to say you about Docker containers. So let's start this lecture. So these are the section contents. First of all, I will say you what are containers, how to create containers, and some basic comments related to the containers. So guys, what are containers? Containers are the instance of Docker image. That means when we run a Docker image, and Docker containers comes as an output of that image. So containers allows a developer to package up an application with all the parts such as code, library and dependencies, and will ship that. Basically what a developer will do, he or she will write the code, and at the end he or she will package the code, library and the dependencies into a container and will ship that for deployment. So a developer only should focus about writing codes and packaging all this. So the next is how to create containers. Containers are created when we run an image. So when we run an image, a container is created. In terms of object oriented programming, we can say a class, if an image is a class, then the container is an object of that. So here are some basic comments. Now I will show you all this. So Docker PS. First of all, I will log into the Docker Hub through my terminal. It's already showing me authenticating using existing credentials. That means earlier I had given all the credentials like username and password. Using that I have been logged in successfully. So otherwise it will ask me for username or password. So to create username and password, you will go to the Docker. You should go to the Docker Hub. So here you can sign up. Then using those credentials you can log in from your terminal. So Docker PS command is used to see all the running containers. So let's see sudo docker. Yes. So I don't have any containers which are running, that's why it's not showing me anything. So let's see all the containers. Also I don't have any containers. So let's start. So first of all, what I'll do, I will pull the Ubuntu image and run that. We can do this directly by sudo docker run -name ubuntu 01 -it ubuntu. Yes. This is the docker run command. What did I do here? I wanted to run the Docker Ubuntu image in an interactive mode. That's why I added here IT flag to use it in interactive mode, and it will pull the image. Then that will create a container, and the name of the container will be Ubuntu 01. Let's run this. So you can see here, unable to find image locally. So I don't have Ubuntu image installed, so it's pulling the image from the Docker Hub. So it will take some time depending upon your net speed. So now you can see I am in an interactive mode. So in this way you can run a container. So the next command is docker start container ID or name. Then the very next one is docker stop. So I am already running a container, so that I cannot start it again. Let's stop it. So see, first of all I will see all the running containers. Sudo docker. Yes. So here you can see this container is running Ubuntu 01, and I will stop this. For that I will take sudo docker stop container name. This has been executed successfully. Now you can see I have come out from the interactive mode, and the image has been the container has been stopped. Now let's check for the running containers. This is the command to see all the running containers. See, no containers are running, but when I will see all the containers, see, here is the container. So let's start the container by typing sudo docker start container name. So now my container, it has been executed successfully, that means my container is running. Now see all the running container. See here my container is running, but this time now this is not is in a interactive mode like this. Here here the container was in an interactive mode, but here the container is not in an interactive mode. To go to the interactive mode, I will first stop the container, then I will again start the container. See, again I am in an interactive mode. So when you will run for the first time, when you will run the image, in that time you will you should type like this. You should give -it flag. So when you will run the container for interactive mode, you will give only -i. So the thing is, if I am running this Ubuntu image for the first time, that means the container has not been created, then I will give -it flag to go into the interactive mode. But here the container has been created, so I have to run the container, and to go to the interactive mode I will type -i only. So let me clear this screen. So the next commands are docker top container ID or container name, and the very next one is the docker starts container ID or container name. So let's see. So the command is sudo docker top ubuntu 01. Basically you can see this command gives the top processes of the container. Now I will type docker starts. So when I will type docker starts container name, this will give me the starts of the running container, like the memory consumed by this container and the CPU utilization, the IO pin, etc. Now I will exit from this. I will clear the screen, and the next command is docker attach container name or ID. Let's see. So in docker you can attach container. So I left one thing here, docker post container ID or container name. So let's do this first, docker post and unpost. See what will happen. First of all I will type sudo docker post container name. So it has been executed successfully. So now type here something. You can see I am not able to type here anything after executing this command. Basically what does this command do? This will pause the container, and that means while the container is in the pause mode, you cannot type anything here. Now let's do it on pause. So it has been executed successfully. See, whatever I was typing during the pause mode of the container, those things are appearing on the screen while I did on pause. So hope you will understand this. So now I will go for this command docker attach container ID or container name. So here this basically saying that you can attach docker container. So let's see what's happening. Sudo docker attach ubuntu 01. So let's it has been executed successfully, and it has been attached. That means the container has been attached. See, whatever is written here, that has been also written here when I executed the command attach. It will attach what else here to here. So the next command is docker kill container ID or container name. So what does this command do? This will kill one or more running container. That means it will stop the container first, then it will remove the container. this is the operation of kill container id or container name. And the next one is docker rm container id or container name. Rm stands for remove. So let's remove our container. So here is our container which is running. Let's remove this. Sudo docker rm. So it's showing me some error that you cannot remove a running container. Stop the container before attempting or removal or force remove. And that means it's basically saying me you cannot remove a container while it's running. First you have to stop, then you will remove. Let's stop this container first. Stop. See, it has been executed successfully. Now if I will search for the running containers, so you can see there are no running containers right now. And if I will try to see we have one container but that's not running. Now I will remove this. For that I will type sudo rm. So it has been executed successfully. Now let's search for all the containers. See, it's now you can see we don't have any containers right now. So the very next command is docker container prune. Basically what it does, it will delete all the containers which are not running. The containers which are not running, that will be deleted when you will execute this one. So let's I am showing you this. Sudo docker run hello. So here also you can see hello world image. Unable to find hello world image locally, that's why it's pulling from the Docker Hub. Status downloaded the newer hello world latest. So if you will not specify anything, that will pull the latest version of the image. So sudo docker yes. So we don't have any containers running because once it executed, the container stopped automatically. So if I will go for all the containers, here you can see this is the container who is just created right now. Now I will type, let me clear the screen. So now see, this is asking me, this will remove all the stopped containers. Are you sure? Want to continue? Yes or no? I am yes. So deleted containers. Now let's check for all the containers. Now you can see we don't have any containers now, neither we don't have any running containers. So guys, this is all for this video. Hope you like this. In case of any doubt, you let me know in the comment box. I will answer to your doubt. And thank you so much for watching this. Thank you.